thank you for joining me. Today, you're going to be learning the Division Partial Quotients Algorithm method. This should make division a little simpler for you. Let's get started. So, when you solve a division problem, you're trying to find out how many times one number goes into another number. This method, the Division Partial Quotients Algorithm, will simplify that process by using small numbers that are easy to work with, such as multiples of 10s and 5s, and it slowly works down the problem until it is solved. Now, our problem today, 420 divided by 9. Now, we're also going to need to have a line on the right side of the problem to separate our remainders from our quotients. So, first thing we need to do, figure out how many times 9 goes into 420. Now, it goes in there a lot. We can just guess, but the simplest thing to do, and using this method, we would just pick a smaller number of 9. So let's say that 9 goes into 427 10 times. So we're going to write 10 over here on the right. And so 9 times 10 is 90. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 90 from that 420. And that will give us 330. So the 330 is what's remaining, and 10 is part of our quotient. So we still have a ways to go because 90 was not nearly enough. 10 nines was not enough 9. So let's up the ante. Let's say this time we'll take 29 away. So we take the 20, we write it over here underneath the 10. You want to make sure that your numbers line up. The 10 spot and the 1 spot line up because we are going to be adding these numbers together at the end. So 9 times 20 is basically double of what 9 times 10 is. So we have 180. So then we want to take 180 away from 330 and we get 150. So we've still got some 9s in our remainder. So how many 9s are going to 150? Now 20 we know is too much. So let's just go back to 10. So we put a 10 over here in the quotient side. And 9 times 10, as we know from above, is going to be 90. So we've got 150 minus 90, which is 60. Look at that. So we've got a remainder of 60. So how many times is 9 going to 60? Well, we know it's not going to be 10 times because that would be 90. That's too much. So let's go down to another easy number to work with, 5. So I'm going to write a 5 over here on the right. Now, as I said before, make sure that it lines up in the 1 spot here because you don't want it over here to add when we do the addition. Think that this is 50. It's only 5. So 5 times 9 is 45. And 60 minus 45 leaves us with 15. Okay, so we've got 15 left. How many times does 9 go into 15? If it goes in there twice, it's going to be 18, which is 3 too high. So we'll just say 9 goes into 15 one time. So we'll put the 1 over here, again lining it up with the 1's column. And then 1 times 9 is 9, so we're going to subtract 9 from the 15. And we're going to have 6 left over. Great. So we've got a 6. 9 doesn't go into 6. So we are done with this column. We've got a remainder of 6. That's the number 9 will go into, so it's just our remainder. So now we're going to add up the right column. So what do we got here? We've got in the 1 spot, it's typically how you start adding, a bunch of zeros, and we got a 5 and a 1. So 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, and then on the 10 spot, we've got 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4, and then these would be 0. So we've got a 4 over here, which means the answer is 46. 420 divided by 9 is 46. With our little remainder, we'll bring up there the remainder 6. And that is how you do the division partial quotients algorithm method. It's actually much simpler than it is to actually say the name of the method. Thank you very much for your time. You have yourself a good rest of your day.